This video is to show you how to properly install Kato Collar to allow for maximum protection and mobility and therefore optimal player performance. The first thing you need to remember when installing Kato Collar is you can never get it too far back in the shoulder pads. That is key to attain optimal range of motion for the head and helmet and performance. And that is key to remember. You want it back as far as it will possibly go into the shoulder pads. So let's start. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn your shoulder pads upside down, okay? Your collar then is going to go in upside down, and you want to match the posterior backside of the shoulder pads with the backside of the collar. So I'm going to pick these shoulder pads up, put it right here in my lap, because you can do this right in the locker room. You're going to slide one side of the collar into the shoulder pads, and you want to try to make sure that that is back as far as it will go, okay? So I've got the one side in, okay? Now I'm going to turn it over. You want to make sure when you turn it over that the padding and the shell of the shoulder pad are in that groove, okay? I'm going to adjust the shoulder pad where I can grab the other side of Kato Collar. Do not be afraid to bend this collar. It will go, it will move and not break. So I'm just going to squeeze it very tight, bring it in through here very tight, and I'm going to pull it back as far as I can on this side into the collar. And I'm going to strap that down. Now, that's not bad placement for the collar, but I want you to understand, once you get it in, you can still get it back a little bit farther. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You just simply turn the collar over, okay? I've got it in here. I'm going to take the collar, I'm going to unstrap both sides. But as I unstrap the side, I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this part of the collar just posteriorly. Notice how I got a little more movement posteriorly. Then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to grab the shoulder pad and I'm going to do the same thing and strap it down on this side. Now, we just gained a little bit of movement there, a little more room for the head helmet to move. When you turn around and look at it, you can see the Kato Collar is in the center between the shoulder pads, and you will notice from the side, this back part of the collar protrudes out past the shell of the shoulder pads. That is key. If that part is too far forward and it's not protruding past the shell of the shoulder pads, it is in there incorrectly and it is too far forward. It's not back far enough. This collar right here is too far forward. When you look at it from the side, you can see that the shell of the shoulder pads extend out past the collar. The collar does not protrude out past them. It's not in there correct and it will not allow for full motion. Therefore, it's key that you get it back as far as possible. Another thing that you want to watch for with the shoulder pads is that it's in crooked. You can see from the top view of this that this is turned at an angle. One way to check for that is looking at the top. You can even check the bottom and see how it's not in at the right angle. It's not across from each other. The other way to check real quick is to look at the back side of the collar, and you will see that Kato Collar is turned to the side. It's not in the center.